So, you want the gold that makes the golden handshake. Today, I have a real treat. 7 tips to psychologically establishing and growing a well-grounded business. All of this from my experience in building one of North America's largest subsurface laser engraving setups for not just selling 3D crystals, but for setting up new business owners to successfully do the same. But before I begin, be sure to click the subscribe button and on YouTube, turn notifications on so you'll know every time I post something new or when I decide to go live. I don't think that a golden handshake exists. If anyone thinks like I once hoped that there may be a formula or recipe to guaranteed success in their career or business venture, they might spend a lifetime looking for it. In 1999, Mr. Schulich addressed all BBA students in a university building aptly named after himself on the topic of what it takes to be rich. The theater was jam-packed as students and faculty alike eagerly waited to hear the secret from this Canadian businessman and philanthropist that would give each of them the answer on how to own a golden handshake. Mr. Schulich stated that he was there to tell us how to get rich. After a long pause, he then went on to say that the fact of the matter was that we as students already were rich since we had time on our side. He talked for an hour or so on how our age was our wealth. His main point was that there was no secret and that time was the key asset and current wealth to building monetary wealth. Most may have been disappointed, walking away without any secret formula, but the fact was that he was right. His personal wealth grew from his appreciation of time and effective use of it. So, when I was asked to speak at a recent trade event on success in business and the secret behind building 3D crystal and sharing what it took to establish a 3D laser gifts network, I thought back to his speech. I decided to share insights and experience of how I have used my time in the last 20 years to build several businesses and help others successfully launch their 3D photo gifting venture. So here goes. Point number 1, enjoy doing it for margin. When you're seeking to run a business, understand that it is both fun and admirable to do it for profit. When I speak to business owners at trade shows and networking events, many times they preach about how they are doing what they do just because it is their passion or mission and not because of the profit to be made. It comes across as though they feel it is negative or evil to have the objective of making good margins. There is a distinct line between a hobby and a business. The fact is that in business, your goal is profit. This is not only your goal, but your responsibility to your company, your family, your staff, and your shareholders. Set goals for revenue, margin, and growth, and measure your performance directly against those goals, adjusting your business plans accordingly. At the same time, your margin must be justified. The quality of your product or service needs to exceed those of your competitors. We started our business manufacturing custom laser etched crystals. We then increased the value of what we offered customers by making 2D to 3D conversions from photos. We further developed and made the size offerings of our laser crystals 5 times what they were when we started. And finally, we began focusing on high definition 3D laser gifts as opposed to just simple 3D photo crystals available anywhere in the market. Always justify the margin you make with the value you offer to your customers, and they'll for sure be satisfied and return for more. Point number 2, love what you do. Doing it for the money does not mean that it cannot be a genuine interest of yours. In fact, it should be a passion as well. Making money but hating what you do is a waste of your life. Too many people that I speak to are overly excited on Fridays. They're sad on Saturday evenings because the next day happens to be Sunday, which is the day before Monday. Alluding to Mr. Schulich, this is a complete waste of your precious time. Some people spend 6 days a week looking forward to Fridays. Loving what you do means you look forward to Monday morning and are eager to put in hours on the weekend when required. At 3dcrystal.com, we started with 9 to 5. By choice, we have shifts running until 9 p.m. And given the demand of 2D to 3D conversions from photos around the world, we run our 3D laser machines 7 days a week and cater to time zones globally. The fact is that life is much more fulfilling when you love doing what you do and earn from it as well. Point number 3, foster the culture of perpetual innovation. Constantly raise the bar. When one goal has been achieved, celebrate it and very quickly set the next benchmark. Competition chases fast. To keep them chasing, ideas need to be kept fresh. A new idea does not necessarily mean new products or a different line of service. Being creative with what you already do and finding ways to appeal to new markets and gain greater market share could be what sets you and your business apart from your competitors. Here's an example. We started by offering just 3D crystal keychains and 3D crystal towers. We then calibrated the 3D crystal machine to accept doing photo crystal hearts and laser crystal prestige shapes. We went from offering low resolution 3D to coding our software called Cockpit 3D and offering high definition 3D laser gifts that set us way apart from our competitors. We built more market share based on the same industry, but targeted new and different verticals through being creative and fostering the culture of perpetual innovation. Point number 4, play the game. It really is all just a psychological game. Okay? The first objective isn't being issued a purchase order. The first objective is to find the right account manager or purchasing agent that you need to speak with. And the second objective is to get them on the phone in person instead of their voicemail. The third objective might be getting them to agree to a meeting. In the end, if the partnership or transaction does not proceed, the game continues with follow-ups. It's only game over when one wants to believe it's game over. Follow-up and following up at timed intervals establishes rapport and integrity. Soft selling keeps your name in the minds of those whom you want to work with, and well-placed follow-ups really does work. Point number 5, make your own luck. Warren Buffett made his own luck when effectively cementing a great friendship and partnership with Charlie Munger decades ago. Elon Musk made his own luck when timing his application for a $465 million loan from the government in 2010. Had he applied during the time George W. Bush was occupied with foreign situations, or even at the end of Barack Obama's administration, his chances would have been slim. Striking while the iron was hot and applying for his loan while Barack Obama was in his prime and seeking opportunities to showcase his administration's support for green causes landed Tesla Motors a lifeline. This revolutionary business in electric transport was on the verge of death shortly before the time of the loan. People aren't normally randomly lucky. They just know how to make their own luck, having a clear vision of where they want to go and plotting their course towards that goal. Point number 6, represent your own product. I've been asked which marketing company I use. The answer is I do much of it myself. I started the business believing our focus was 100% production and fulfillment. Today, I've learned we are 1/3 a marketing company, 1/3 a software company, and 1/3 a production house. As stretched thin as a business owner might be, the effectiveness of them marketing and thinking up good ideas and acting on them is far greater than when using an outsourced marketer who doesn't live and breathe the business every day. Recently, my team was excited to be working on a project for the TV series Suits. When they told me about this project, I contacted the show's production team and arranged for a behind-the-scenes opportunity for everyone. Not only did it generate great PR, but it was also an excellent experience that motivated my team and is a memory that they will cherish for a very long time. And finally, point number 7 is to give back. Choose a charity and help out. Either dedicate time or assist by donating accordingly. Oh, and if you are going to publicly market the fact that each contract you close or each product you sell is a certain percentage going towards that charity, be careful how you come across. Recently, I've found that too many companies are publicizing this, and it seems like an overused marketing trend where it actually looks as though the purpose is for increasing sales more so than for the genuine desire of giving and doing good. Have a clean intention to give to charity because of the sake of giving and helping, not for the sole purpose of marketing it to grow your sales. In the end, the best ideas have the potential of failing, and not so good ideas actually have the potential to see great success. The vision of the business owner, their relentless persistence, and effective nature of leading teams, motivating staff, and making good decisions is critical. Let me end with one more analogy. Gil Amelio took over a great brand, Apple, in the 90s, but just couldn't come through when the company was sinking. The late Steve Jobs returned to replace him, and well, we've all seen the result. I believe that success in starting and building a company is based on the culmination of many attributes and ways of thinking. But having said all of this, if any of you claim to own that golden handshake that many of us eagerly expected Mr. Schulich to share with us in 1999, then I invite you to please call me, as I would love to know what it is. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.